The best ways to make sure you are eating your fruit daily. It's so good. So to clean my fruit, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of baking soda, 1/8 of a cup of white vinegar. Cause it be dirty. Give it a good mix and let it sit for 15 minutes and then we're gonna rinse it.
This popped up on my For You page and it's a great tip. Definitely go watch our whole video. I went to the comments and people were arguing over the baking soda and vinegar, so I'm here to explain the science behind why you soak your fruit in a baking soda or vinegar solution. Let's start with vinegar. Household white vinegar contains between 5 to 8% acetic acid, which is enough acid that can inhibit the growth and eliminate some, but not all, pathogenic bacteria and mold spores. For a vinegar bath, you want a 3-to-1 ratio of water to vinegar, so 3 parts water, 1 part vinegar. It's best to do this right after picking or purchasing before mold starts to grow. Soak for about 10 minutes and then rinse in cold water and dry before consuming or storing. Baking soda is a base and it can neutralize acids like pesticides. A study by food scientists at the University of Massachusetts found a 15-minute soak in a 1% baking soda solution removed 20% of one common pesticide from apples. It's important to note that it does not rid all pesticides, and you should read the whole study for more details. For the solution, add 2 teaspoons of baking soda per 1 quart of water, and again, rinse with cold water before consuming or storing. Now that we know what baking soda and vinegar do, let's discuss what happens when you mix the two. Unfortunately, that acetic acid in vinegar, which inhibits growth, loses a hydrogen atom as it bonds with the hydrogen and oxygen atom in baking soda to form a water molecule. More reactions occur, and you end up with what chemist Amanda Morris refers to as glorified water. They can cancel each other out based on the ratio, so it's important to use just a vinegar or baking soda bath based on what you need, and a simple cold water rinse can remove a lot of dirt.
Here's some home invasion tactics that you should be aware of. Home invaders don't care if people are home when they attack. They'll trick or force their way into your house. First one is a distressed stranger. Someone, usually a young woman, will knock on your door and say that they are in danger. They've run out of gas or that they need help for something. Then when you open up the door, others who are hidden from your view then force their way into your home. Next is a utility worker or a salesperson. They come to your door pretending they actually have a legitimate purpose. Maybe they want to read your meter or do an audit of some sort. You innocently let them in, and then the attack begins. Next, we have the testers. They knock on the front door. If no one answers, then the accomplices or they go to the back door and kick it in, usually out of the view of neighbors or anybody else watching. That's why it's actually important to respond to a knock at the door. You can talk to them through the door, or if you have a video doorbell, you can use that too. Next one is casing the area. Be alert for cars parked in the area that you haven't seen before, especially if there's multiple people inside and there's no activity at all. They are most probably watching, taking notes, and waiting for their next victim. Lastly, brazen force. They won't use an excuse to get in. They'll simply come up to the door and kick it right in. In my next video, I'll give you some tips on how to design a home invasion defense plan. Stay safe.
So you really want to compost, but you're not really sure where to start? Let me show you. The simplest form of composting is digging a hole in your garden and dumping your compost in and covering it back up. It's that easy. No need for a compost pile or anything. Here I have potato peels, orange peels, some celery, some old eggshells, even coffee grounds still in the coffee filter. This will break down just fine. Compost breaks down much quicker when it's cut into smaller pieces, but you don't have to do this. Once your compost is dumped into the hole, simply cover it up, and that's all.
99% of all concrete contractors have this problem. Concrete burns. You get them. It happens. Let me show you how to fix it.
Concrete has a special ingredient called cement, which is a chemical-based product that can burn your hands. You should wear gloves when handling it. But if you don't, go to your cabinet and grab some vinegar. This helps neutralize it on your skin before it gets bad. To concrete better, click the plus.
Hey y'all, let's go over the 3 most commonly missed things all dog parents should know and do. Coming up with number 1, every dog owner should be washing their dog's food bowls after every meal and their dog's water bowls at least once a week, ideally daily. Coming in with number 2, you should wash your pet's bedding at least twice a week, minimum. And that's according to the International Scientific Forum of Home Hygiene. And the reason for this is because your pet's fur carries a lot of bacteria, viruses, parasites, and fungi. Coming in with number 3, according to the National Sanitation Foundation, dog toys are one of the 10 most germiest things in your house. That means you want to wash them once a month at the very least, ideally every 2 weeks. And a little fun fact of the day, dogs actually get bored of their dog toys. So if you're someone that leaves a basket out of dog toys for your dog, you're going to want to actually rotate them out every 2 weeks. That doesn't mean go to the store and buy new dog toys every 2 weeks. That just means get a bundle of dog toys and another bundle of dog toys and keep rotating them out every 2 weeks.
I teach a little dance class, and they're all the time asking me to put their hair up like this in a clip and ask me what the trick is with such long hair. So I'm just going to show it to y'all too. Alright, so all you're going to need is an elastic tie that is similar to your hair color. I prefer scrunchy because it's not as bad on your hair. Something similar, even translucent. And a claw clip. I always get the ones that's got the double claws in it. It just works better. And I hope y'all can see. Alright. And I'm going to take my hair, I haven't brushed it out, and don't comment on my split ends. I know, I'm going to get a haircut. I got a hair appointment scheduled. Alright, so I'm going to take it in the middle of my head. Alright, so from my nape to my crown, right there in the middle. And I'm going to do a little scrunchie like that. Alright, then I'm going to split it down the middle, and I'm going to take it underneath and pull it completely through, okay? I'm going to tighten. Once you got that done, you're going to take your little claw clip, you're going to stick it to the very top of your crown. Make sure this ponytail is in between the claws, just like that. You're going to turn around, you're going to sort your hair kind of where you want it to fall on that claw clip. Pull out a little on the side, and there you go. That is how I do long hair with one regular size claw clip, y'all. I like it. Brings them back to the early 2000s, 90s. I don't mind.
The greatest life hack that I've learned from my chiropractor is something that I can literally do at home whenever I have allergies or a headache or I feel congested. And it sounds stupid simple, but she started doing this to me when I was at sessions with her, when she would just, be doing the normal popping and cracking. And suddenly I was like, why can I breathe now, but like before I couldn't breathe? And it was this thing. And right now I have a cold. I don't know if you can tell. And so this morning I woke up and this side of my nose was like completely just like unusable. And like I tried to like clear my sinuses and everything. Nothing was working. And then I was like, wait, like that thing. And because I'm on camera, I can't really like full out demonstrate it, but like you can either pop on a glove or just make sure your hands are really clean, and then you relax your jaw but kind of open it, and you put your thumb like inside, like there, and then you have your other hand here, and you just massage the muscles like inside of your mouth, and you can kind of like grab them together and like pull your tendon just like a teeny bit, just to like release some of that. And when I tell you, like I did that for 30 seconds and my sinuses opened up on this side. Crazy. Okay, well, just thought I'd share. Bye.
Have you ever wondered how these people make perfect dotted lines like this? A lot of people think it's just tapping the chalk really fast, but when I tried it, that just results in this. Not great. The real mechanics of it are surprisingly simple. It actually makes use of the friction of the chalkboard, causing the chalk to skip along. So I gave it a quick go and... okay, that's quite close. With a bit more practice, I figured out that there are two key things. You need to hold the chalk right at the end, and you need to angle the chalk towards the direction that it's moving in, like this. Then, by varying the speed and pressure, you can control how compact the dots are. So I practiced combining all of these elements a bunch, and... I actually nailed it. That is ridiculously satisfying.
I just hit the jackpot. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for sharing this, but this is gonna be a game changer. You know how nobody knows what AI tools they could be using or what exists? That changes today. I literally found a site that lets you search for free AI tools. It's like the Google of AI.
I would bleach the mold, it would appear to go away, and then it would be back in like 2 days.
Hi, I'm a microbiologist, and the reason that the mold didn't go away when you treated it with bleach is because mold doesn't get killed by bleach very well. Bleach is not a good way to disinfect things that are contaminated with mold, so dishes that you left out on the counter and forgot about that grew mold, showers, sinks, those things are not cleaned very well by bleach to get rid of mold. If you want to get rid of mold, use undiluted white distilled vinegar. Spray it on the surface or soak the dish or whatever in the vinegar for about an hour, rinse it off with some water, and you're good to go. Now, what you did with replacing the caulking and everything in your bathtub was the right choice, because a lot of that caulking was contaminated, and caulk is a porous material, meaning it's not hard, it absorbs stuff. This makes it easier for the spores and stuff from the mold to actually survive longer and not be killed by any disinfectants.
The biggest mistake people make when they cut broccoli is they throw out the stems. Instead of throwing them, turn them into fries. Just peel the tough outer skin, cut, season, and air fry at 400 for 15 minutes. They're not really crispy, but they're delicious and so fun for dipping.
So good.